You don't rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your systems. So today I'm going to give you the 12 habits that made me courageous in my 30s, so you can steal them. In my 20s, I thought I had courageous goals. Sleeping in the jungle of Costa Rica, downhill mountain biking in Chile, going canyoning in different places. And sure, those Indiana Jones adventures needed courage, but that is not the kind of courage I am talking about. If I was so brave, why was I still stuck in a job that's draining me? Why did I still stay in an unfulfilling relationship for years? And why did every exciting trip end with me returning to the same old hamster wheel? Because thrill courage is not the same as systematic, life-changing courage. Those wild goals gave me the feeling as if I was pushing my comfort zone. But once the adrenaline faded, nothing in my life actually changed because the systems in my life were down there and courage needed to become a habit, not just sensation seeking. So if you are thinking about radically changing your life, but it feels too overwhelming, keep watching. Habit number 1 is stop mindless consumption. Your social media feed is either shaping your courage or killing it. What most people don't realize is that social media is not like our TV back in the 90s, where we were force-fed sitcoms, celebrity shows, and the news. Unfollow all that crap that triggers you and does not interest you. Instead, fill your Instagrams and TikToks with people doing courageous things. Delete the ones that are bragging or feel fake and keep everything that's aligned. I am a huge believer in the power of role models. Whenever you think about changing something, there is always this one part that thinks, is that really possible for me? And having role models is a visual constant. Yes, it is. So start with this simple habit. Every time you open your social media app, unfollow one account that drains you. Habit number 2 is start your day for courage. Courage needs energy. No energy, no bold, unfamiliar action. It's that simple. And the best way to get it, you know it, right? Do a workout in the morning, a run, a walk, anything that gets your heart rate up a little bit. And do that before opening any emails, before social media work, before anyone steals your morning. And this isn't just about fitness, because exercise supercharges your brain by increasing the production of BDNF, brain-derived neurotrophic factor. BDNF grows new neurons in your hippocampus and other brain areas, which means it increases neuroplasticity, so you can remember more, learn faster, and have overall better brain function. In short, it makes your brain smarter, faster, clearer. And stress, on the other hand, lowers BDNF and cognitive function. Some of my best ideas came while lifting weights or being on the treadmill. And when I went home, I even had the energy to implement some of them. Whereas when I was super stressed, the only thing I could really do was check some tasks on autopilot in my hamster wheel life. You know how to start, right? Lay out your workout clothes so that it's impossible to ignore them in the morning. Or join a morning class or find a buddy for an evening run for more accountability. Or just find a fun short workout on YouTube, anime dance routine for 15 minutes and repeat that every day. It's not about intensity, it's about consistency. Consistently working on your energy level so that you have enough when it matters. Habit number 3 is make your own decisions. Courage requires you to choose what you want, when to say yes, when to say no, when to push forward and when to let go. But many people outsource their decisions their whole life. Hey babe, which suit looks better on me? I wonder where my coworkers will go for lunch. What do you think? Which nail polish looks better on me? Those little choices might seem small, but they are the foundation for having confidence in making your own decisions. Because when you're faced with the big choices for career, life, relationships, you might not trust in your own judgment. So here's the truth. People avoid making decisions because they don't want to take responsibility. They are scared of mess ups or less than ideal outcomes, which happens when you decide something. That is why many people are not equipped to choose courage when it matters. But if you want to, you have to make small decisions your daily habit. So every day, pick one thing for yourself, one small choice that doesn't have a huge consequence, and pay attention when you delegate your self-efficacy. Number 4 is connect with people who have done the thing, because courage is contagious, as is small-mindedness. If you want to live bigger, you need people around you who actually do. And I'm sorry to say that's probably not your friends and family right now. When you spend 1 hour a week with someone more courageous than you notice they think differently, they behave differently, they choose differently. And you can't attract a life you are secretly repelling because everyone around you is scared of it. So look at your circle. Who are your 5 closest people? Do they move you forward or do they hold you in place? I call them either the energy givers. After meeting them, I feel motivated and inspired for life, or energy vampires. Just after 15 minutes with them, I feel sucked dry and need to sleep. So who is your friend who celebrates more than you do when you get the job? And who is the one who is kind of jealous and weird and starts bringing you down for the win you have? Is that even a friend if they don't cheer for you? I remember so well when I mentioned moving abroad and working remotely to the people around you, there were 2 reactions. Oh, that's so crazy. That won't work. What about pension, health insurance, your money? Or the classic, must be nice if you don't have kids or a car, no responsibilities, blah, blah, blah. Their triggers are not your truth. Don't let their anxiety destroy your courage. And back then I remembered, oh, there's Sven, the ex of my best friend who moved to Vietnam in 2015 and somehow just stayed there. Let's text him. And he answered me, wow, hey Marty, such a cool idea. How can I help you? Let's meet up when you're here. Those are your people. So here is what I want you to do this month at least. Find an event, a meetup, a language group where those people gather that have done what you want to do. And go there, even if you are not there yet. You will feel less out of place with these people, even if they're strangers, than sitting on the sofa defending your life goals against your conservative friends. Got it? Okay, number 5 is do a life audit. Many people say, yeah, I want to change, but I don't really know where to start. And this sentence tells you that they never actually looked at their life with structure. The average person scrolls for 2 hours a day and watches TV for 3 hours a day and then complains, I have no time and energy to do bold changes. When people don't have the courage to live their own life, it's rarely about time. It's usually because one area of life became so overwhelming that it feels impossible to change another area. So the solution is to take a perspective from above. Look at the quality in your different life areas, which is inspired by Brendon Burchard's book, High Performance Habits. So you break your life into 10 categories: health, family, friends, intimate relationships, mission, work, finances, adventure, hobby, spirituality, and emotion. Then you rate your satisfaction in each of the life areas from 1 to 10 and write down goals you have for each area. I did this every Sunday morning for a year while I was unemployed. And that is when I realized that what I was longing for is adventure. But what was blocking and draining me were the areas family and money. And then I couldn't unsee that anymore, so it was time to tackle it. Number 6 is train your brain. Thoughts and images literally change your brain structure. When you imagine an action very precisely, the same brain areas light up as if you were doing that action. Various studies have shown, for example, that pianists improve their finger sequences by just imagining them, or surgeons improve their surgical procedures by imaginary training. The same as athletes who optimize their movement patterns. So use that. If something terrifies you, a hard conversation, a pitch, a presentation, run the scene in your head. Picture the room, hear the voices, what you are saying, what the other person is saying, the awkward pauses, the questions, your answers, everything. And do it again and again, so it will become a little less weird on that day. So your task is pick one thing, professional or personal, close your eyes and imagine it with all senses and details just for 60 to 90 seconds and do it as often as you can. Mental practice is not woo-woo or nice to have. It's actually one of the most efficient, cheapest, and powerful tools for courage that you have, and you can use it anytime. Don't waste that opportunity. Habit number 7 for more courage is stop the white lies. White lies are those small, harmless lies you say because you want to avoid discomfort or please somebody. You know, when someone asks questions like, oh, have you found a job yet? Or when will you marry? Why don't you have kids? And you give a wishy-washy answer that is neither true nor false. I'm not telling you to share the deepest secrets. If you don't want to talk about something, that's fine. But then set a clear boundary with a consequence. Because it's usually not that people are nosy or nagging. It's that you don't have boundaries. For example, my mother always asked, oh, did you find a job yet? What about money? What are you doing the whole day? At first I said, yeah, I'm searching. Although I was receiving state support and building my business. But then I didn't want to lie about what is important to me just to not trigger her, so I told her the truth. And she worried even more, sending me all her panic and her doubts. So I asked her, either trust me or stop bringing up my work altogether. Otherwise, I won't share anything at all if all I get is negative energy. That's not what I want my relationship with my mother to be like. The point is, stop softening your truth. In the long run, white lies just drain you and rob you of courage that you need for finally telling and living your truth. Habit number 8 is release tension, set intention. Intention matters as a courageous habit because it influences how present you are. Whether you fall into old patterns or whether you stay aligned with the goal you are pursuing. Let me give you a quick example. Last week, I went to the farewell party of this one friend who is now moving from Vietnam to the Philippines. And I really wanted to get to know his husband because he just sounded like a really fun person. But when I arrived there, I was so nervous. I was on autopilot. I didn't know anybody. So I got stuck in a draining conversation with another German. And in the end, I could talk for like 5 minutes with that husband. So before you go in any kind of new activity, take a moment, close your eyes, and first repeat the word release in your mind. And focus on your jaw, your shoulders, your breath, your whole body, and release the tension. And once you just softened up a little bit, set an intention for that activity. Ask yourself questions like, who do I want to be for this? More passive or more active? What or who is important in what's coming. How can I actually enjoy this? How could this help me? Use this whenever you know that you might slip into autopilot, especially when this activity matters. Habit number 9 is do something uncomfortable daily. And this isn't about chasing adrenaline or doing weird comfort zone challenges. It's about leaning into discomfort with things you are already doing. Pick something in your daily life where you know you might think, I don't feel like doing that today. Maybe I just skip it. For me, it is sometimes my morning workout. I feel lazy or I want to do just something light. And instead, I tell myself, Marty, look for a HIIT workout and do that. Total opposite of laziness. That's my personal rule. And for you, it could maybe be journaling. On lazy days, don't just write the date and one sentence. Instead, copy a speech that inspires you or answer 5 shadow questions. Lean into discomfort instead of laziness. And important, this habit is for when you have already established a routine. It's about pushing when you would normally slack off, not about starting something new. The Association for Psychological Science found that people who lean into discomfort take more creative risks, stay more engaged, and persist longer in hard and challenging tasks. Discomfort then becomes a motivating signal instead of a sign to retreat. And that is how grit is built. While courage gives you the strength to take the first step, grit helps you when you face challenges or setbacks in the long run. Habit number 10 is break the shame. What do you censor yourself about? And I don't mean trauma, but everyday human experiences that you decided long ago were shameful or gross. Maybe acne, your period, warts, rashes, pubic hair. Let's stop giving these things our personal power, okay? Last week, I saw a comedy skit where a woman was explaining periods in all details to some guys, including sneezes, blood clots, toilet paper moments, and they were just listening, fascinated. Imagine if we talked about those human things openly without any disgust. How lighter would life be for children, teenagers, and for adults? So start small and talk about one slightly shameful thing with a friend that you trust. The first step takes courage, but the relief is immediate. Habit number 11, wear courage on your body. Clothes are more than fabric. They shape your performance and how you feel about the world. This is called enclothed cognition. Your brain takes on the traits it associates with the clothes you are wearing. So what are you wearing right now? How does it make you feel? Hot. If it doesn't change your energy or behavior, you are missing out a chance to develop a habit of courage. So when you wake up and start getting ready, ask, who do I want to be today? What do I want to feel today? Confident, fierce, courageous. And then ask, which clothes, colors, accessories, socks make me feel that way. Even just small choices, something slightly out of your comfort zone, are courageous workouts. And if you immediately go, oh, I only look good in black, I can't wear flashy stuff, that's not me, I don't believe you. I'm not asking you to wear your gala dress when you go to Aldi. You can, of course. But I dare you to try something and see if you feel braver than normal. And just start at home. Wear your courageous outfit in your safe space so that it gets much easier when you step out later. Doing this consistently builds your courage muscle and people notice. Because when someone puts attention, love, creativity in what they are wearing, they are radiating confidence and courage. And Habit number 12 is clear your space. No matter which courageous life change you want to achieve, it cannot happen if there is no space for it. Take moving abroad, for example. I jumped straight into it. I ended my apartment contract and had 6 months left to sell everything, which was really stressful, but also very efficient. But you don't need to do it that way. Like when I talked to a friend and he said, Marty, I'm really inspired to move abroad as well, but I'm just so overwhelmed with all my stuff. There are magic cards everywhere. I have so many keepsakes that are important to me, and I just can't let go of all this stuff. And my advice is start with a very small bite-sized action. Those things that you never used, sell them or give them to charity. And then whenever you are touching something in your apartment, get in the habit of asking yourself, is this a 9 or a 10 for me? If not, let it go. Even if it's an 8.5, let it go. And this applies to any goal. Holding onto attachments from your old life, especially when they are not a 9 or a 10, I want to keep that, I love this thing. This makes your old life and your old identity just stickier and makes new courageous moves towards your new identity much harder because there is no space. The more clutter around you, the harder it is to do something extraordinary. The truth is, no matter what courageous goal you have, you don't need a 10-year plan. You need one habit every day. Steal these habits, apply them, and watch what happens.